Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. I picked up all 8 shades of the new e.l.f. Luminous Putty Bronzer to swatch out and to try out for y'all today. I ordered these straight from the e.l.f. Cosmetics website the day that they released. There are 8 different shades to choose from and they do retail for $7 each. These are formulated with vitamin E and argan oil. I love argan oil, and of course they're going to provide a luminous, a glowy finish to our complexion. Now these come in 2 different undertones. We have 3 that are cool tone and 5 that are warm tone. I will be doing up close swatches. We'll do some arm swatches, and I will be comparing these to the matte putty bronzers. I believe I have all of the shades in those as well, and so we'll be doing those side by side up close comparison swatches, so hopefully you guys can make a good buying decision. I will also be applying some of them to my complexion so that we can see how they go on. I picked up the Putty Bronzer brush. I like the shape. Don't really know how it feels. It feels a little too synthetic, but we'll try it out. We'll give it a whirl. I know that these putty bronzers have made their way over to Ulta Beauty online. I think right now it might be online only, and I'm not 100% sure if they received all the shades. I'll have it linked to both places in case this sounds like something that you're going to want to check out. If it is your first time here on my channel, I want to welcome everybody. Hello, my name is Steff, and this is what I love to do here. You're always going to see the latest and greatest in makeup reviews here on my channel. I do multiple looks with eyeshadow palettes, makeup ranking videos. If that sounds like somewhere you want to be and something you want to see on pretty much a daily basis, I do tend to upload quite a bit. Do me a favor, click on the subscribe button and hit the bell next to it. That way you'll be notified every time I do drop a new video. And if you like e.l.f., if you're curious about these new luminous putty bronzers, give this video a big thumbs up before you go. As usual guys, everything that I'm wearing, this look, I used the new Lethal Cosmetics Metamorphosis palette to create. You guys have seen this video go up already. Actually, you might be seeing both of these videos in the same day, not entirely sure, but everything will be linked in the description box, and some of those things might be affiliate links, so if you do end up shopping through them, I thank you so much for supporting me and my channel. We're gonna go over here to the other side of the beauty room. We're gonna do these up close swatches and comparisons, and then I'll start applying the new e.l.f. Luminous Putty Bronzers. If you guys want to see these beauties in action, keep on watching. Okay guys, let's start swatching these out. I think I put them in order from lightest to deepest. I hope I did. This is what the packaging looks like. It looks exactly like the other e.l.f. putty products. So this first shade that we're gonna swatch out, this one is the lightest one, and this is also a cool tone shade, and this one is called Vacay Mood. And here's what that shade looks like. I do have a little spatula. I got this from the e.l.f. Cleansing Balm. Oh, you know what I realized? I haven't taken pictures of these. Oops. Okay, let me go ahead and put that here. You can definitely see the cool tone in this shade. Now let me go ahead and just blend it out. I'm going to swatch the cool tone shades first. And I'm going to swatch them next to each other. Next is the shade Get Glowing, and this shade is described as Deep Cool. Oh, that's a nice shade. So here are the first 2 cool tones. The third cool tone shade is called Frequent Flyer, and this is described as Deep to Rich Cool. Oh wow, look at that. Wow. Those are nice. So here are the 3 cool tone shades. Now here is the first of the warm tone shades. This shade is called Summer Fridays, and it's described as fair to light warm. I think I'll do this one on this side. That's pretty. You can definitely see the warmth, like a golden undertone. This next shade is called Day Trip, and this is described as light to medium warm. Ooh, how bronzy and glowy. Nice. Next, we have Seaside Shimmer, and this one is described as a medium to tan warm. Next, we have the shade Sun Chaser, and this is described as a tan warm. Last but not least is the shade called Island Hopping, and this one is described as a deep warm. Now here are all 5 of the warm shades of the Luminous Putty Bronzer. I definitely think this one might have a little bit of olive in it. Maybe even this one. What do you guys think? Okay, guys, here are all the shades swatched from lightest to deepest. All right, guys, so I thought I had all of the shades in the matte putty bronzer, but I don't. I only have the first 5 shades, and they're up here at the top, and these are the new luminous putty bronzers at the bottom. I matched them up as best as I could, so I'm gonna go ahead. I kind of cleaned off half of the swatches here, so I'm gonna swatch these first 5 shades against the luminous. Okay, so the lightest shade in both is definitely a cool tone. This one is the matte, and this one's called Feeling Shady, and this is vacay mode in the luminous, and here are the swatches. Luminous on the left, matte on the right. Next up is Tan Lines in the matte and Day Trip in the luminous, and here are the swatches, luminous and matte. Here is Honey Drip in the matte and Summer Fridays in the luminous. And here they are swatched. Here is Golden Days, and this is Seaside Shimmer. And here they are swatched. Golden Days, Seaside Shimmer. Here is Bronzed Belle in the matte and Sun Chaser in the luminous. And here they are swatched. They all seem to be nice counterparts to one another, at least these first 5 shades do, matte versus luminous. I think they match up really well, and even if you wanted to wear them both, layer them, I think that would be a great idea. Now let me go ahead and let's start applying some of these to my complexion. All right, guys, I'm gonna start first with the lightest shade. This is a cool tone shade, and this one's called Vacay Mood, and I'm gonna be using the little Putty Bronzer brush. Not a lot is coming off. Let's see. I'm gonna contour with this, so I'm gonna be placing it right below my cheekbone. That's nice. I don't know about luminous contour though. Don't really know if that makes too much sense. I get a bronzer, but I don't know about a contour. What do you guys think? I always apply my cream bronzer or cream contour with a brush, and then I just dab over it with my beauty sponge. I'm gonna lower my lights a little bit. I think that might help me see it a little bit better. All right, so that looks nice. It's not lifting the foundation or anything. I've always had a good experience with these like e.l.f. putty products, with the exception of the original putty primer. The only putty primer I really like is the acne one. That's my favorite. The other ones, I've pretty much discarded most of them. But the putty blushes and bronzers, they all seem to work out pretty well for me. And I do think they have, you know, a good wear time to them. And this is actually a really pretty shade. This is a nice contour shade for me. This is the lightest shade. And what was this again? This was Vacate Mood. Now I'm going to go in with Sun Chaser for my forehead. I'm going to use the brush again. Don't know that this is going to be my go-to brush. I have one from Smashbox. It's the Cream Cheek brush. And that is my go-to when it comes to cream bronzer and cream contour. This just, I don't know, it feels too synthetic, a little too on the cheap side. I don't mind a luminous bronzer, a glowy bronzer. I always like to have a nice glow to my complexion, even though I am a normal to oily skin type. I have to have a glow going on. What can I say? And I have a big forehead, so it can take lots of bronzer. Now you could definitely do like the matte putty bronzer, like I mentioned earlier, do that underneath and then add this a little bit on top. I think that would look beautiful. I'll have to try that in another video, but I like the shade. I don't mind a darker bronzer for my forehead just because, you know, it's bigger, it can handle the color. And I'm gonna use 2 different ones for each cheek, just so we can try as many as we can. I am cleaning off the brush in between. I have my It Cosmetics brush bath over here, just so that, you know, it can try and stay true to shade. Next, I'm gonna go in with Seaside Shimmer, and I'm gonna apply it to the right side of my face. I'm gonna do that higher up from the contour, but they'll just all be blended together eventually. That is a really pretty shade. Again, this one is Seaside Shimmer. Now I'm going to go in with Summer Fridays to the left side of my face. Not a fan of the brush. I would skip out on it. I don't remember how much I paid. It could have been the same price, or maybe $1 or $2 less. But no, not my favorite. So this is definitely the deeper tone bronzer, and this one is a lighter tone. I don't know how I feel again about the contour shade being luminous, but I can definitely get behind the luminous bronzer. And I like the way my complexion looks. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of blush, no highlighter. I think we have enough of a glow going on. And then I'll be right back and we'll wrap up today's video. All right, guys, so those were all 8 of the new e.l.f. Luminous Putty Blushes swatched, and I did manage to apply 4 shades on my complexion. The blush I went in with is also from e.l.f., and it is this one right here. This is the Luminous Putty Blush in the shade St. Bart's. I think St. Bart's sounds great right now. What do you guys think? I like this formula. I've always had a good experience with the putty blush and a bronzer formula. So for me, I'm going to give them 2 thumbs up. I think the shade range is really cool. I like these really deep shades that they're giving us because I don't remember how deep the matte shades went, but I want to say they didn't go that deep. And I like that they're giving us cool tone as well as warm tone luminous bronzers. However, like I mentioned, don't know about a luminous contour, but definitely a luminous bronzer is something I can get on board with. The brush is a skip. You don't really need this one. The brush that I was telling you that I really like is this this one right here from Smashbox. It is the Cream Cheek Brush. I got this one from Nordstrom. Obviously, it's more expensive than the e.l.f. one, but it's been a really good brush. I've had it for several years, and this is just my go-to, my ride or die cream contour and cream bronzer brush. So now I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think about these new e.l.f. Luminous Putty Bronzers. Are they gonna be in your future? Maybe you picked some up already. Don't forget that you can find them online at Ulta, but I don't know if all of the shades went to the Ulta website. I know you can check them all out right now on the e.l.f. Cosmetics website. That is where I purchased everything from. I do want to let you guys know that I picked up the new Lash and Roll mascara from e.l.f. and you can expect a video coming soon. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. Cheers. I'll see y'all very soon. Bye.